Hi everyone, Jared here, and welcome to another video. To all the fire alarm enthusiasts that are out there, happy National Fire Alarm Day. So, in today's video, I am going to go over all of the devices that I currently own. And yes, there's a bunch of them. But before we get into it, let's start off with the device that got me into this hobby. This guy. My 4903-9219. I bought this roughly a month before graduation, which happened to be May of 2019. I sent it to my uncle to have it worked on, because the horn sounded like garbage, first of all. And he also built me this control module, which I'm still getting questions about how this thing works. Basically, since the 4903s are 4-wired, 2 wires for the horn, 2 wires for the strobe. We got a switch for the horn, a switch for the strobe, so I can independently set off what I want. I can do the horn, I can just do the strobe, or I can have both run at the same time. And I control that with this light switch. So yeah, that is my very first alarm, which I plan on replacing within the next couple of months or so. I would want to say maybe January or February. So yeah, that's a 9219. And now let's get into the big stuff. This concoction. Now let's start off with my second device. My 4903-9303 speaker strobe. This looks somewhat identical to the 9219, and that's because they do. Same thing with this alarm, which I'll get into later. Essentially, this is a speaker strobe. This does not have a horn. This has, well, a speaker. Funny story, when I went to order this, I was actually looking for a 4903-9236, which is exactly what this thing is. We'll get to that device, as I said, a little later. Not knowingly, when I ordered this, that this device was SmartSync, which meaning the strobe would flash only once, until you cut the power and reapply the power. So, that was a problem. And we'll get to how I solved that issue later. Strobe works. I haven't gotten to the chance to get the speaker working. Oh, and by the way, that has a horn in it. Just thought I'd throw that out there. So, my third device. To fix the strobe issue on the 9303, a good man named Simplex Fire Alarm Guy sent me this. This is a Simplex SmartSync coding module. You can code horns, you can code strobes with this, although there are specific devices that will work with this. So I got this from him, and not knowingly, I also got from Simplex Fire Alarm Guy a True Alert, which also refers as a Quick Alert. But the exact model of this is 4903, 9425. This is a 15 candela model horn strobe. That's also a 15 candela model horn strobe voice crack. This guy is not, well, he's loud, but not as loud as the 9219. That guy over there is punchy. He's really punchy. Not loud, but he's really, really punchy. So yeah, there's the third alert. And while I'm at it, since these are the early versions of the 4906s, these are 4-wired, so I recommend if you're getting a true alert, you get something like this, unless you know exactly what you're doing, because you may be ordering some that are addressable. You may be ordering some that are SmartSync. You may be ordering some that require some weird concoction in order to get it to work. This guy just requires 3 9-volt batteries and some wires, and that's it. Alright, now to move on to the fourth device. This is my Simplex 2999756. As I explained it before in my previous video, but if you haven't watched it, this used to be a dual action T-bar. However, the push on the bar, the word push, was severely faded, and I wanted to try to restore it with a pen marker or something like that. But when I went to take it out, my guess is that there was probably a crack in the bar, and when I pulled it out, it broke the bar. So I got a single action 299 9756, and if I actually take out my B key, I can assure you that it is in fact a 299 9756. Kind of hard to see there, but it is indeed a 56. This T-bar also has a rare red backplate, which I think is kind of cool. Now, there's another box somewhere. I don't know where. I put it back in the closet. But I have another 2999756. But this one, it does have the push bar in it. And it has the 4-terminal wiring instead of the 2-terminal wiring here. These are the newer style T-bar. The 4-wire ones, or the 4-terminal ones, are the older style ones, I believe. That's a T-bar. Now, going over to this big guy right here. This is my very first panel. A Firelight MS2 panel. This panel was donated to me by System Sensor Fire Alarm Guy. I don't know if he's still on YouTube or not. But if he is, I'll see if I can link his channel down in the description. And I'll also link Simplex Fire Alarm Guy's channel. So if you open this up, if you ever wanted to see what's inside of a fire alarm panel, That's what you would kind of see. I'm still working on getting this panel normal. As of now, from what I understand, I have 3 troubles on the panel. A knack fault, a power trouble, and I can't remember what the other one is. But there's 3 troubles on the panel altogether. Slowly learning on how this thing works, so. Thank you, Will, for sending me this panel. It's in good hands. Alright, we're gonna get into some stuff I just got recently, within the last, I don't know, yesterday. So, we're gonna go into some different type of manufacturers now. Well, kind of, but moving on. So, out of the box over there, I pulled out my very first alarm, which this is a Gentex SHG 2nd generation. And you can tell that this is a 2nd gen SHG because it does have reflectors in the strobe. And this will probably sound more like a Gentex Commander 3. I need to fix the strobe though, because if I do this to the strobe, there's a lot of plague in the strobe. Now I'm starting to remember all of the photos of the strobe falling off these devices. Even got a mounting bracket with these. So, I gotta figure out how this thing wires up. I can't really see if there's ways for me to wire this thing up. Wow, that thing looks like it even has a volume switch. I don't know how many candelas this thing is, but we'll just leave it as that. Next, we got another device that I got from Simplex Fire Alarm Guy. I got that one from Simplex Fire Alarm Guy. We have here a Siemens UMMT horn strobe. And for whatever reason, these look like baby 4903s. I just made that up. So here's what the device looks like. You have the fire lettering on the side of the device. If I move my thumb there. There's some models that have the fire lettering right about here and don't have the fire lettering on the side. But there is a serious problem with this device here. Yeah. I'm thinking about maybe gluing the terminals next to each other so they can kind of hold in place. But I gotta be careful not that I'm gluing them together and they touch each other and short out. This is a multi-toned device, so hopefully we can test the signals on this thing. I'm not sure how many candelas are on this particular horn strobe. In fact, I don't even know what that dot is right next to the strobe is for. If you look closely, you can see the horn in there too. Okay, on to the last device. the 9236. I also got this one from Simplex Fire Alarm Guy. This and the 9219 are very similar. The only difference is this has a piezo horn, or an electronic horn. That has a mechanical horn. I will tell you this though. Hearing these alarms in person, these are extremely quiet. Unless you have your ear right next to them. Excuse me. So, here's what the back of it looks like. You can see 4903 9236. And I don't see a date code up there. You're going to have to look at the tags. So yeah, another alarm added to complete my quest for EHS alarms. I already have 3 of them, and I pretty much just, all I gotta do now is just find something to code this and that to 120 beat per minute march time. And I gotta find a way to code this to temporal. So if anybody out there, jokingly, have a circuitry that can do 120 beats per minute, give it to me now, because I want to hear these things on march time again. Let alone when I get batteries for the MS2, and when I take that down, I really want to hear that on Temporal 3. You don't hear a lot of 9219s on Temporal 3 anymore. So, without that being said, it's getting late, and I want to put all this stuff away. It's going to take me a while to put all this stuff away, but anyway. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. And if you have any questions, comments that you'd like to share, please let me know, because I'd like to hear it. But for now, thank you all for watching, and take care. Bye-bye.